What do you love about Cosmo and Lauren?
You guys are just really interactive, and I love all the music, and my boyfriend and I listen to you guys all the time, and my kids, actually.
I like it because it's fun, and they just kind of take everything lighthearted, not too serious. Gets you through traffic in the morning.
More Cosmo and Lauren.
Turn it up!
These are my confessions.
I made out with my twin sister's husband.
It's the Y107 Morning Show with Cosmo and Lauren. Our normal phone number is 441-Y107. However, our confession line phone number, which we set up so that you can tell us whatever you want to tell us under the cloak of anonymity. If you ask, we'll blur your voice. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, because we know that there are things that sometimes you just have to get off your chest.
Next message. So I made out with my twin sister's husband in college, which was a while ago for me, and I haven't told her. I don't think I plan to, and he and I have actually talked about it once years ago. The whole thing at the time was pretty harmless, but yeah, I think I'm gonna. I don't feel the need to tell her, and honestly, like, if I did tell her about it, I would have to also include the fact that, like, how, you know, he grosses me out, and, like, I can't even believe they're still married, and I would never want to be with him, and I think he's a Neanderthal, and so I'd have to, like, tell that truth as well, because I wish they would get divorced, but I guess that's a different issue altogether. End of messages.
Dude, every phrase she said was a little bit more of like, oh.
I was like trying to keep track and unpack what I couldn't put it. Like, okay, so she, in college, long before they were married, she made out with her twin sister's now husband. But they weren't even a couple back then.
We don't know that.
Well, I guess that's true.
We don't know that at all.
That's true. They could have been high school sweethearts, and she...
Yeah. So...
Did she pretend to be the sister to get the kiss? Like, is that the thing?
We don't know that either.
Or did he know and he just wanted to get both sisters? You know
or had he not met either of them yet?
Right.
We have no idea. Either way, as to how to deal with this now, some things are better left unsaid. I don't think I would tell my sister.
Keep it quiet?
I would. Mind you, I don't have a sister, but my fake sister I love very much. I want her to be happy. Do not say you want your sister to divorce her husband, because that's her choice.
Yeah, that's kind of not cool.
That is her choice, 100%.
And if you have an issue with the brother-in-law, okay, you can be, but you can't verbalize that or stay into that.
No.
And she's aware of that she's afraid that if she comes, I say keep it quiet. Like, how's it going to change anything?
It's not going to change anything other than your relationship with your sister. And I'm not willing to sacrifice my relationship with my fake sister.
And heck, she may already know and doesn't care and hasn't brought it up to you.
I doubt it. I bet that would have come up.
You think?
Yeah.
Probably. Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably. More I think about that out loud.
Yeah.
So what do you think? You heard the confession. What would be your advice? Does she tell the sister or not?
Call Cosmo and Lauren now. 441-Y107.
She made out with her twin sister's husband back when they were in college. They weren't married as far as we know.
We don't know, though.
Sounds like they weren't, based on some of the story. If you missed the full story, here it is.
Next message. So I made out with my twin sister's husband in college, which was a while ago for me, and I haven't told her. I don't think I plan to, and he and I have actually talked about it once years ago. The whole thing at the time was pretty harmless, but yeah, I think I'm gonna. I don't feel the need to tell her, and honestly, like, if I did tell her about it, I would have to also include the fact that, like, how, you know, he grosses me out, and, like, I can't even believe they're still married, and I would never want to be with him, and I think he's a Neanderthal, and so I'd have to, like, tell that truth as well, because I wish they would get divorced, but I guess that's a different issue altogether. End of messages.
So you say, Lauren, right now, with the evidence that we have, that you do not tell the sister.
I would not tell my sister. I think it's going to do a lot more harm to your relationship than it is good to anything else.
I'm also kind of on the camp of don't say anything.
I think you're right. She doesn't need to say anything. And if he's really one of these Neanderthals, like, even if she does say anything, he seems like he would be the type to turn it around and be like, yeah, your sister totally came on to me in college.
Exactly.
And I didn't want to tell you because I don't want you to look at your sister different because I'm that kind of husband.
Exactly.
So there's no winning and telling. I think her best bet is to keep it on the confession line.
Okay,
Same.
I like it.
Same here.
Maybe her sister will hear it and be like, hey, maybe that is. And it'll just put the skeptic in her own mind. She'll come to the conclusion herself.
Call Cosmo and Lauren now. 441-Y107. These are my confessions.
I made out with my twin sister's husband.
Hey, what's up?
Good morning. This is Megan from the lake.
Good morning, Megan. What do you think about all this?
Like you said, without knowing the circumstances of what's going on, she said something about that she had already told him or told her sister. So, and she said that it wasn't a big deal. So
No, she did not tell her sister. She and the guy have discussed that one time when they made out.
Okay, and it wasn't a big deal. Okay.
Right.
I'm wondering, without knowing the circumstances, as you said, is she fishing for something to try and get them to break up? Like, if it's not something, because is it worth ruining her relationship with her sister? If it was in college, as far as we don't know how old she is. So, I don't know.
No, that's a very good point. I did not think of if she's looking for some kind of bleep to stir up between her sister and her husband.
Right. I personally wouldn't say anything because, if it was a long time ago, if the sister is happy with her husband, like you said, it's her business. He doesn't have to be perfect for her. He has to be perfect for her sister.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that, Megan.
Also from Brianna, we got a text. I'm confused as to how she liked him enough to make out with him back in the day, but now she doesn't like him. Sounds to me like she may be mad that he's with her sister instead of her, and now she wants to sabotage their relationship by telling her that she should leave him, but you can't be brave enough to tell her that you made out with him? And that's what makes this so hard, is that there are so many variables that we don't know that could change the trajectory of this story in 1,000 different ways.
It's almost like in my head, I don't know how this popped into my head, so random, but like Back to the Future, when you couldn't, you're going to date your mom, but the picture, it's fading. You got to hurry. You got to go back in time in a DeLorean and make out with not your sister. Don't make out with your sister's husband. And then you'll save the day and you'll get to marry him instead of her.
Unless she really does just hate the guy.
That's true. I mean, she did call him a Neanderthal.
There are people that we have all made out with that we now hate. Please think back.
Yes. Call us and tell us their names.
No.
Y107 morning show with Cosmo and Lauren.
I made out with my twin sister's husband.
Y107.